I'm gonna tell y'all a Halloween story. This is why I hated Halloween for a while. This is a true story. Shout out to my cousin Elise, my cousin Ashley, my cousin Amanda, and my nieces Shalise, Jasmine, Jabria. I don't know who. I know it was 7 of us, 7 girls and me. Right? It was a Halloween, 2001 maybe 2000, 2001. Right? I'm at my cousin Sharice's house. I hate Halloween after this. I hated Halloween, right? And I'm from the side of town where I didn't have a lot of Caucasian friends, and we thought their culture took Halloween too far. We used to think that, So, I'm at my cousin Sharice's house, her 3 daughters, the dogs and stuff, and they cleaning, and we see in the newspapers back then, and we saw there was a haunted hayride in Dungeon, right? In Springboro, Ohio. There's no GPS. There's no internet, really. And so, like I said, we found the newspaper. So we just had to write the directions down and go, right? But Cousin Sharice said the kids had to clean to go, right? So while they clean, I called my brother Joe and say, hey, I'm taking these girls, cousin them, to the haunted hayride in the Dungeon. I think I paid for it. I said, I'm paying. Do they all want to go, right? Take my cousin's van. So, they said, yeah. So I'm picking up my nieces. So it's 7 of us, me and 7 girls, right? I think my cousin Ashley was the oldest, 15, or a little tough one. She's a tough one, right? So we get out, we get to highway, we get out in the Springboro. Now we got to go down these roads. It's at night, and it's late because they stop at 11, right? So when we pull up, it's at 11. But let me tell you this before we pull up. So I'm not that dude, you know what I'm saying? So we going down these streets, down these roads, and it's nothing but cornfields and these dark roads, right? And I told you put it by 11, so it's already late. So I just pull in the middle of the road, I'm taking us back. I'm like, this ain't what we do. Black people don't do this. We ain't doing this. And cousin Ashley was like, no, cuz, come on. Let's go. Let's just find it. Let's go. Because I done got scared. This is even before we get to the haunted hayride and haunted dungeon. This night made me hate Halloween. Okay. And if I live to see another Halloween after tonight, I'll tell you the Halloween story that made me love Halloween again. But this story made me hate Halloween. This night made me hate Halloween. So I let the girls convince me, let's go on and drive to this haunted hayride, haunted dungeon, right? So we get there, we pull in, this is the last car, we the last one get in. They're like, please let us, we came all the way from Dayton. All right, let us in. It's me and 7 little girls. So then we get in. So the one of the dark houses look like it's closed or whatever. So we get on the last ride of the hayride because it's going down, right? So we don't know how intense this is about to be, okay? We get on the back of this hayride. It's hooked up to an engine, to a tractor. And it's a white family, it's a Caucasian family sitting on the hayride. It's my first time ever being on a hayride too. And so we all on the back of it, all of us, right? And then as you start going through the forest, through the woods, they take this shit way seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like way serious. And it's as spooky as you would think if you've never been around this type of stuff. It was this spooky. So so we're going through the woods, and there's a kid in a bird cage, right? Over a fire. It's a real kid. But he ain't near the fire, but it's looked like that. And there's a half of a school bus coming out the woods with a mechanic. The hood is down on him, and it's by the campfire. It's all in a little section we going by on the hood. And then I know where the cab part of a 16-wheeler, 18-wheeler is coming. Just the cab part, when it unhitches, it's coming. It's shooting fire out of the front out of the grill. Flames, real flames. We can feel the heat. It's crazy. It's trying to run us off the road. It's coming up on us, banging into the thing, damn near banging into it. We done got down on the floor of the hayride tractor. Me and my nieces and cousins, we holding each other's hand. We look up. The white family, the Caucasian family, is just sitting there enjoying the ride. Like, look at them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is all true. So then, that it's still blowing heat. So we can feel the heat. That's how serious we can feel the heat from the a fire from the grill on the thing. All right. So then we ain't signing no waiver or nothing. This is just going down. You know, Halloween. Then as we get through that, we in a field. Here come a hearse. Now it's trying to run us off the road. You know, run us off. You know. So then we go. So we get on that. Now we go into the dungeon. Right, it's 15. I don't know how many stories underground it was under the barn. It was a barn, like a barn shop. You could sell stuff. They sold stuff and food, but before you go down these steps and it's down into the dungeon, the haunted dungeon. So you get down there, it's me and 7 little girls. But my niece Jasmine's talking tough. You know, and to this day she said I tried to kill her. I didn't, but I'll tell them, be honest what happened though. You know what I'm saying? You can judge for yourself. But I had to protect everybody else. She was just too tough, and I had to save everybody else anyway. And she wanted to get in front. I put her in front so when we get down to all these steps in the dungeon, this true story. I'm telling her, I don't care. I love everybody. You know, this is real. You just be shoot. I'm gonna send it to their dad. He gonna tell them. They gonna know. They gonna all see this like that really happened. So as we going through we in the dungeon, haunted dungeon. After the hayride, haunted hayride. So we in there. And we coming through in the tunnels and there's heads and glasses, you know, behind the bars, little heads and glasses, you know, human heads and that look all, you know, and walking through. And I got, and this big guy jumps up. Jump out of nowhere. Big guy jumps up out of nowhere, overalls, big white guy. I had put Jasmine in front because she was talking all that stuff. But if she remember correctly, I swung on dude. I swung on him, like, shh, but I did put her in front for talking all that tough because I had to protect all the other girls. Everybody was scared. So we get up. This true story. We get up to the top. Amanda, shout out to Amanda. She's sitting on the bench when we get up to the top, and she's. It was crazy, right? I done lost my glasses down there because I swung on the dude that jumped out of nowhere, big dude. It's me and 7 girls. You ain't about to get back to the house and say Uncle Reuben didn't save us. So they had to cut the lights on down and everything and find my glasses, you know. And this story ain't over. So remember, there's no GPS. There's no internet. We barely found this place in the dark. One of the last people to arrive. So we get in the van. We leaving. We done got lost. Right, we so far out in Springboro, Ohio, we got horse and buggy crossing signs. No cap, we out here in the Amish country with the Quakers. We was out there. So everything you say a black person wouldn't do in a horror movie, I did it. All the girls told me not to do it. Ashley was like, "Please, cousin Ruby, don't do it." But we was lost, and I had to get these babies home. So I pull it. So we come to the end of this road. And it's a farmhouse and a field with a gate. But we lost. And I got all these kid babies in the car, man. It's all girls, 7 of them, and me. So I said, I got to knock on their door and ask for directions. Ask use their phone. Because we ain't had no cell phones, no nothing. This was no cell phones yet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nothing. You know, we didn't have cell phones. The internet wasn't jumping like that like it is now, none of that stuff. So I get out the van and go knock on the door. And Cousin Ashley like, "I'm coming with you, cuz." And she did. Shout out to Cousin Ashley. So we walk up to the door and we knock on the door. And they let us, I'm kind of foggy with this part of it, but I'm so accurate. I think they let me use the phone, or they gave us directions to get to the highway. I think they gave us directions to get to the highway. Comment in there, Cousin Elise, you watch the channel. But I'm going to send this to y'all. This is real. And this is why I hated Halloween. And we had deer crossings and buggy crossings out there. And so we got to the highway, we got home, and I hated Halloween after that. I was like, this is the reason I hated Halloween. I didn't rock with Halloween for years until like 2006. And I'll tell that story next year on Halloween. God, you know, if I was living, you know. Deuces, 2 fingers. Happy Halloween. From up with the family. We did the monster. Trick or treat, trick or treat. Give me something good to eat. We did the monster. and trick or treat. Slow my feet, give me something good to eat. We did the monster. Happy Halloween from the Pooster family.